video. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
sorry about that. But in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys eggless cookie recipe. I have one on my channel up already. Always like to have cookie dough in my freezer, homemade cookie dough that is, and I always like to make a batch and always have it, so like, you know, if a friend come over, I can, well, nobody ain't coming over right now, but you know, back then in the event if a friend come over or a family member, I just take it out, leave it outside for like literally just 2 minutes, pop some in the air fryer, 8 minutes, and boom, fresh nice cookies. Or even when it's raining and it's gloomy, I love to eat some warm homemade soft chewy cookies and just enjoy the rain, watch some TV, that kind of thing. So I always like to have cookie dough in the freezer. However, I don't like cookie dough with eggs, especially if I'm not making it the same day or the next day. I don't like my cookie doughs in the freezer for a long period of time with eggs. Now I know it's fine and all of that, but that's just my preference, so I tend to look for eggless cookie dough recipe. Honestly, it tastes just as good as if you add eggs, in my opinion. I don't even taste a difference in the taste or the quality, the texture, nothing. It tastes just as good as if you add eggs. If it's just as good, why add the eggs? So don't add it for that reason, because I do freeze them. And just last night, so I'm recording this video on Monday, but I don't know when you guys gonna see this, but Sunday night use out the last set of my cookie dough, and that been in my freezer for like, I kid you not, about 3 months. So delicious. So I wanted to share a recipe with you guys. If you love homemade cookies, then follow through with this recipe. I will link the original recipe down in the description box down below if you guys want to check it out. Also, you can make this edible, and a lot of people do eat edible cookie dough. If you want to make it completely safe to eat edible, there's no eggs in this one. 2, instead of using the flour in the recipe, what you can do, so this recipe is calling for 1.5 cups of flour. So what you're going to do is get a baking sheet tray with parchment paper, lay the flour on it, and then put it in your oven to bake for 5 minutes for 350 degrees, and then proceed with the recipe. You can eat it as is because the flour is cooked. So if you want edible cookie dough, just bake the flour for 5 minutes, 350 degrees, and then follow through with the rest of the ingredients for the recipe, and that's it, edible cookie dough. However, I'm not about that. I am just going to make a batch and put it in my freezer. I'm not even going to make the cookie today, but whenever I make the cookie, I will show you guys. I'm just going to put it in the freezer, and that's it. So the original recipe will be linked in the description box down below. Okay, so the recipe calls for half cup of room temperature butter, and also calls for 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, half cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1.25 cups of flour, half teaspoon of salt, and half cup of chocolate chips. I am not gonna add the 2 sets of sugar. I am just gonna add brown sugar because I don't want it to be too sweet. So I'm just gonna add, instead of adding the 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and half cup of brown sugar, I'm just gonna add half cup of brown sugar and call that George. I don't like my cookies too sweet, and I'm also adding chocolate chips. I really don't want to get my my mixer, but and I'm gonna cream this, and once it's creamed together, I'm going to then add my vanilla extract as well as my milk and then my flour, and then mix everything. And it's really that simple. Just mix everything in a bowl and boom, call that George. So yeah. Sugar sugar with the essence is cream. I am going to add some flour. I wonder if I add some coffee, how will this be? You know, give it like a nice coffee flavor. So I think I'll add some coffee. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add some coffee. So I'm gonna just I'm just averaging about so much coffee. Guys, this could be either really good or really bad. Let me mix this up and then I'm gonna add the flour. Alright guys, so I added the flour and the salt in here, so time to combine. I added a little bit of coffee in this, so I really don't know how it's gonna come out, but nevertheless, you know, we shall see. 1 cup of flour, just because I added less sugar than the original recipe. But yeah, so time to mix this. So guys, this is how it's looking. I just tasted a little bit of the cookie dough, and oh my god, that coffee really did something. Like, you're tasting the coffee, not too strong, but oh my goodness, the dough is very sticky, as you guys can see, very sticky. I don't want to add any more flour to it. I just added about a teaspoon of flour extra, but I'm gonna transfer this into a Ziploc bag and freeze it, guys, and when I make the cookies, I'll let you guys know how it tastes. Alright guys, so this is the cookie dough. It was in the freezer, so I'm gonna form about 5. Still pretty soft. Let me get a spoon. So it's still soft. So. I just did 5, but look how nice they look. I think they're cooked as in for 10 minutes. I know it's still feeling a bit soft. You know what? I'm gonna put it back for like a little 2 minutes just to make sure. But oh my god, it smells amazing. So I'm gonna put it back for like 2 minutes. And then I'll show you guys it when it's done. The cookies is finished. It was in the, I put it back for 2 minutes. I like my cookies very soft, not too brown, so this is like perfection. And I'm going to taste this and let you guys know what I think, but it smells so amazing. Oh, look at it. Alright guys, so these are the cookies. I'm gonna try one. It smells amazing. I know it's gonna taste real good, so cheers. Super soft, chewy. The little bit of coffee is coming in nicely there. Delicious. Delicious. It's like a warm little hug. And don't forget to stay safe and stay blessed. Bye guys.